Good morning. Welcome to another day on Earth. It is time for our daily tarot card reading where we look into the energies from the law of attraction, the oracle cards, the tarot cards. We look at the messages from A Course in Miracles. We clarify the tarot card spread and then the oracle card spread. And then we get a card from the Rebel deck. So all of this is with the intention to help you focus on what you do want and not what you do not want. All right, so what is the law of attraction message for us all today? The law of attraction message. I use the law of creation deliberately because before I was doing it unintentionally, and now I do it intentionally and deliberately. The law of creation has two parts, two important parts: the desire for the creation and the allowing of the creation. Whether you are thinking of what you desire or the lack of what you desire, the direction of your thought is your choice. The law of creation goes to work upon whatever you are thinking about. Are you thinking about the desire? Are you thinking about your desire or the lack of what you desire? There's a huge difference. Think about what you desire. Imagine having what you desire. Do not think or focus on the fact that you do not have what you desire, or you will manifest more lack. Right? So it's intentional. You control your thoughts. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. I swear. You might have to have friends. You might have to have a million tarot card readings. But you can focus on what you do want. And sometimes I think like tarot card reading is that. Just focus. It's helping you focus on what you do want. Right? So I was thinking today, when you focus on something that's a problem, you have to focus on it to fix the problem, but you can't over focus, and you have to focus in the right way, and it's really, really tricky sometimes. Right? So what are we talking about here? Imagine. Yeah, so that's focus. That's thinking about what you do want. Imagine in the past. Maybe that's coming in right now. Imagine in the past currently. Ooh, yeah, we're going to take that one. Butterfly, something beautiful, right? In the current energy. So you imagine something. You did it right. It's beautiful. It's coming in, but something about your perception. So that makes me think that maybe it's not going to be exactly the way that you think it's going to be. But if you look at it, things the right way, I think you're going to see that you've manifested something in. Overall energy, peace. This is about the allowing. All right. This is about the allowing that they talked about in that first card. There's two parts. The desire and the allowing. You had the desire, now comes the allowing. And part of the allowing is really dependent on your perception and your open mind, to be open to have it come in a different way, right? Your perception is what's going to make this come in, because it's like it's coming in and you might miss it because you don't think it's coming in the way it's supposed to. You're looking for a specific thing. But you just got to allow it. I'm going to relate this to something so superficial. Like all these things that I do, everything that I do for my physical being, like hair, facial, anything that I do, I look at it under the freaking fine-tooth comb as soon as it's over, and I'm like, wait, was that bump there before? Wait. Oh, one eye's bigger than the other. Swear to God. That's what, don't look at my eyes. That's what I get on something because it's my perception is fucked up, because I have really, really low self-esteem or something. Like I just always have to pick myself apart. I will not let myself alone unless I intentionally tell myself, you're fine. Like this procedure that I did, like you can see effects from it. I haven't talked about that, but you probably can see like when I turn my face, right? I'm trying to get rid of a spot there, so it looks really worse before it gets better. But like overall, this is not going to be something that's like that. Like, so I'm looking and I'm picking and I'm looking so closely that I'm noticing things that were probably there my whole life that like now they're issues. See what I mean? this is really where I do this the most, maybe the only place I do this is with how I look. I just won't allow in. What I have to do is not look every day and just allow this procedure. It takes time, and then it lasts like up to 2 years. So it's like I just got to allow it and let it do whatever it's going to do. I spent the money, I decided to do it, and I know most of the time these things don't even work. I did it anyway, right? So I just have to allow it to be whatever it is, right? Whatever your situation is, try to relate that. Too much focus and picking yourself apart or picking the situation apart, it's not going to work that way. And what we have, the subject of our reading is about moving on to smoother, calmer waters. Smoother, calmer, 6 of Swords, and the 4 Swords. Wow, healing. It's about healing as you're going. And it could be like a test to see how much you've healed, because you're moving towards something better. Exactly. Just like dumb analysis. It's and you know what I mean. Analogy. It's like you're healing. Just let yourself heal. Just keep going forward. Be positive and let yourself heal. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be in a day, right? Just allow yourself to heal and keep moving forward. Try to be confident. Try not to at least have your perception be negative. What is it that serves? Oh, I'm sorry. Supports you. I'm going to take both of these beautiful cards. Look at this. The 4 of Wands and the Sun. Abundance and happily ever, not happily ever after, happy home and hearth. That supports you right now. Your perception can be to see this. You can have a perception that you will be able to see this, which is right here supporting you right now. A happy home. Abundance. Leo energy. What is in the past that's affecting us now? The Queen of Cups. This is seeing something in love. You might be doing everything for love. The Queen of Cups, or for a certain person, for yourself, for your children. The Queen of Cups is all of that. Compassionate. And that's who you want to be all the time, really. That's where we get the most out of our manifestations, when we're in the energy of the Queen of Cups, in my opinion. Nobody's ever told me that. It's just my opinion. In the immediate future, we have the Devil, and there he is. Ego. That's what does it. That's what's trying to ruin my life, is my ego. Right? So we're trying to train our ego. Or at least get it to calm down. It's like a child. I don't know if it can grow. That's what we're experimenting with currently on this channel. So the Devil, though, is like, your ego is trying to help you, but it's not. It's not helping you. And it's up to you to determine that. Change your perception to something that's like the Queen of Cups. I feel like you have had experience with the Queen of Cups. This is like listening to love or listening to your ego. Right? You have experience with listening to love, but all of a sudden your ego is starting to be like, yeah, but, yabba dabba do. What's in the upcoming overall energy? Look at this card. Change. Change. Yeah, you're balancing these thoughts. Look at that. You're balancing the ego and the heart today. You're moving forward with healing. And it is like a learning experience. So what is it that you feel right now? What is it that you feel right now? Queen of Pentacles. But High Priestess, going within, keeping, I feel like when these thoughts come up, it's like I'm not even going to say them. That's really good. It's changing your perception, because if you don't feed them by talking them, saying them out loud, you can control them better. You can manipulate them better and switch them to something more positive. How do people feel about you? Competition. They see you as competition. Or they have options. What is it that we have to get through today? The Knight of Cups. Your perception here is everything, and we're making a big decision to go forward or not. I mean, you're going to go forward, but how are you going to go forward and how successful you are in that going forward depends on how much healing you've done and how much you can listen to the law of creation, the law of attraction, where your positive thoughts. I feel like there's someone wants to give up. And that's what the ego is saying, or something like that. And this is like a competition in your head. Which thought are you gonna pick? Which dog are you gonna feed? They say in Alcoholics Anonymous. Which dog? You feed the good dog. And this is illusion, perception. Choosing spirit. You can always ask spirit to tell you what to believe. That's the right way to do it. That's the best way to do it. Just like give up, surrender to spirit, and be like, help me, I can't choose. I know what the right thing is to choose. I know the right perception. Maybe you're struggling to have that right perception. You can ask for help. Spirit's always here to help you see the truth in all situations. What is it that supports, your challenge is the hermit. It's like, you just want to quit, give up. Hermit, you want to just hide away and give up. And maybe you can do that for a while. Maybe you can't. Whatever's meant to be yours, it will find you. I mean, I know in my life, I am a hermit. I stay home, especially in the beginning, when my kid was younger, and still relationships would find me. When you're in your home and a relationship still finds you, you know that that's something that was meant to be. Doesn't mean meant to be forever, but it was meant to be a lesson or something. Yeah, overall energy, 4 cups. It's like the options you have right now, they're not looking good. And it's like, I just want to give up. And maybe there is nothing to do but wait for better options. I'm sorry, I'm sneezing. I'm something. I don't know if I've got a cold or allergies or what, but I didn't even go singing last night, and it sucks. All right, so this is about something you've imagined coming in, but it's all based on your perception. Again, that's a card that we got. I mean, a message that we've gotten for the past few days. But this is like competition. I don't know why I'm reading this as you. Like, you're done with the competition. It's like, I can't compete anymore. But you have to. You have to move on. And you got these 2 dogs on your shoulders. One saying, oh, it's okay, just love and be peaceful. And the other one is like, peaceful. And the other one is like, that you'll never make it. And you are deciding which one you're going to feed. And in the end, I think you're going to need the help of spirit to help you do this, to help you find the right perception that's going to bring you to this beautiful thing that you want to manifest. I had a miracle happen in my life yesterday, and it involved 4 people. And I don't want to talk about it right now, but I might talk about it at the end, because it's what a miracle really is, and it's an ordinary, everyday thing. But I just know I did it. I did the miracle. Right? So I hope that I remember to tell you about, I'm going to even read you like the text and everything. But miracles are so available, so oh my God, I definitely have something wrong with my brain. Possible. They're definitely possible miracles if you can see what they are. Wow, the perception. Like, I could have just gone about the day and been like, oh, that was rough. I got through it, but at the end, I got where I wanted to be. But I had this feeling that I've been getting when something happens like this. It's like this joy. It's like this overwhelming joy that comes in when I've done this miracle. And like, I said, whoa, that was a miracle. That was a miracle. That wasn't just an every ordinary day fight. That was a miracle that I just did. The Course in Miracles, the wisdom from A Course in Miracles for today says, you who want peace can find it only by complete forgiveness. You who want peace can find it only by complete forgiveness. Forgiveness is knowing that they cannot hurt your soul. They cannot change who you really, really are essentially. You're not a body, you're a soul. Nobody can hurt you. So there's no forgiveness needed. You are one with God, and you will always be one with God. You are a son of God, a child of God, and you always will be. So what is the Everyday Miracles message for us today? Everyday miracles message. They're not going to go, so we're just going to take this one. I do not perceive my own best interest. That is what the whole reading was about. I love it. I love when it's so cohesive like this. It's like, yeah, I got the message right. That was easy. What could you not accept if you knew that everything that happens, all events, past, present, and to come, are gently planned by one whose only purpose is your good? What could you not accept? So this is something that we have to accept, at least for today, and have the right perception about it. So it's like not only accepting it, but not brooding, moving forward, healed. Even if you don't feel 1,000% healed, because there's still some kind of battle here going on between good and evil, like your heart and your ego. All right, so sorry. Let's see. I don't know why I'm going right to the Four of Cups here. Why is the Four of Cups here? The Nine of Wands. The Seven of Wands. The 9 to the 7. Well, that's a little bit of progress, right? That's kind of defensive. Both of them are very defensive, but the 7 is not as defensive as the 9 is like a block. 7 is just like a resistance. Temperance, patience, and in the overall energy, feeling trapped. You're not looking at your options, and you're trapping yourself. Like everything that happens for a reason. So there might be an option even that you're not paying attention to, but like God put that option in your life for a reason, and you're not seeing it, and so you're blocking yourself. You're blocking your energy. Why is the Devil here in the immediate future? The World is something closed out. You might not like that thing. Whoa, the Moon, the World and the Moon. That is powerful. Not knowing where you're going. Yeah, it's something we can't see where we're going, but we're always going someplace better, 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 better. What is that song? And maybe that's not even it. All right, again, the Two of Pentacles. Nice segue. You're changing this. The perception that I'm going someplace better, even though I don't know where I'm going, I am going someplace better. Just knowing it. The devil's going to try to make you think, but you're beating it. You're beating that devil thinking. You're believing that everything is happening for a reason. This is your best interest. See? Four of Cups again. This is happening for your best interest. Accept it, and you'll be much better. Perception. Two of Coins is here because of this Knight of Wands. Fast moving, maybe even a trip, a travel, Sagittarius energy. Wish fulfillment. Future energy, and a plan. A plan that is done with his healing energy. A plan concocted with healing energy and inspiration. 8 of Wands. Why is the 7 of Cups here? The 9 of Swords. And we have the 4 of Pentacles holding back because of stress. This is like definitely something you have to let go and let God, like Empress, and that will bring you to this Empress energy. If you put your hands and your perception into the hands of the Holy Spirit, this will help you immensely. Look, and it leads you to a brand new beginning here. Why is the Peace card in the overall energy? The 6 of Swords. Moving on, right? You're moving towards peace whether you know it or not. Peace and healing. 3 of Cups, celebration, reunion, reconciliation, what's in the future. The Chariot. I love the Chariot. We know that. Travel, going to see somebody coming to see you, and that's what you're manifesting. So have peace knowing what you are manifesting. Chariot's about victory, success, right? Moving forward in victory. He's like going to save the day. He's a hero, right? 3 of Wands, you're manifesting this in. Why? What is the perception card here for? 3 of Pentacles, working together with people. Current energy of perception. Look at that. This is leading to your 10 of Pentacles. Happily ever after with the mortgage paid. Something really substantial. Long term in the immediate future here for us. We have The Ace of Pentacles. New beginning, new job, maybe a promotion. Oh, and looky here. Our friend, the King of Pentacles. Very nice. It's either leading you to a King of Pentacles or you are becoming the King of Pentacles. New beginning, new job, new opportunity. But you got to, it's a mindset is very important here. And your perception. It could maybe be a job or something that you're like, ugh, I don't think I can do that. I don't want to do that, whatever. But it could be actually something good. Because if God allows it and you allow it, it's just part of the experience, right? Everything is part of the experience. Everything that happens is part of the experience and leading you to a better place. The Rebel deck card for us today. The Rebel deck card. What the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. Oh, that is for me. That is for me all day. I'm like, I gotta be getting these clothes off my bed. I just do it. Like I'm walking by towels. At least I'm noticing these things that need to be put away. I'm like, just put them away. No, I'm gonna go downstairs. I fight with myself. If you are waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. Here's the sign. Get it done. Go do it. What are you waiting for? Get it done. Get it done. Wow, that's good for me. And we never had that card before. It's good for me because it's like I procrastinate. I'm lazy. I'm so lazy. All right. So my miracle story. I will tell you. So my son comes to me, 2 weeks ago maybe, and says, Mom, I just don't have any feelings for her. I've said this before on this channel, so I hope I'm not repeating myself. I just don't have the feelings I used to have for her. And I get it. This girl's not for him. I knew it from the beginning, but I had to let him go through that, right, to figure it out. Everything he's saying is making sense. We're on the same page. He is not going to be her boyfriend anymore. And I said, you got to tell her. I told him. So that's step one of the miracle, that I got him to tell her. Even I think I might have even typed a text for him, and he copy and pasted it into the text. And so she said, no, please don't. Please think about this a lot. And give me a week. And I'm like, this girl's not going to even give him a week. That was on a Sunday night. Friday, she's texting him again. They see each other on Saturday. Now, she's not trying to hug and kiss him or anything, but, I mean, come on. This girl's crazy about this kid. She has been. She sought him out. She pursued him. She's crazy about him, right? Of course. And so, he's talking to her, and I know he's not giving her the same energy. But she is giving him the same energy. I can see it. I can feel it. Oh my God. This is why I made him tell her. Because on that Saturday, I could see it in her energy that she was really hurt. She was trying so hard not to accept it. That was the Saturday before he told her. So this is 2 weeks later that I've been seeing this girl. And my heart breaking for her, right? So he says, I'm going to be friends. I just want to be friends, whatever. I'm like, she is not ready. I'm going on and on about how she's not ready, but she continues to text him. She's not ready. She's not ready. She still wants to be your girlfriend. You do not. So you're leading her on, trying to tell him stuff like that. So I think he's listening. And then all of a sudden, last night he comes up with, Mom, can you drop me off at her house tonight while I go to my singing? I was already feeling sick. So I texted her mother. And I said, I don't know what to do here because I just feel so badly for your daughter and I don't like what's happening and I don't know what to do. And she said, well, you can't really control them. Like, they're 14 years old. You can absolutely control them. They don't even go to the same school. So we're not on the same page there. And she's like, well, I know, all this, like, they have to be kids. They have to learn their own lessons. And I'm like, what is missing here? I said, well, you know what? It's really shitty for somebody to break up with somebody and then go back to them. And I'm not going to let my son do that. So I don't feel good. So like for tonight, it's a definite no. And she said, well, I went back and forth with my husband. And first of all, we're talking about 14-year-olds, not people that we're going to potentially marry. Right? So I'm getting so upset because I'm like, why do I have to be the bad guy here? And I'm like, I'm sorry that I have to be the one to teach them that when you break up with somebody, you break up with somebody and that's the end of it. Like, there's no going back and forth. And so she said something I said something that alluded to the fact that he didn't have feelings for her or something. I didn't say exactly. That's why I wanted to read the exact thing. And then she got it. And like that was so hard. It was like me breaking up with this little 14-year-old, you know? It fucking broke my heart. But she said, if you don't think he has feelings for her, and you know, I said we wouldn't be having this conversation if I thought he had feelings for her. And she got it, you know. And then I talked to him, and I talked to her. The easier thing would have been to be like, yeah, sure, they have to learn their own lessons. They're gonna drive them. Like, but I know better. I know the truth. And even though everybody was fighting me against it, nobody was on my side, and I had to be the bad guy, I got them to see the truth of the situation. And Angelina actually went to her mother and said, so she said, I shouldn't have said her name, sorry. But the mother was like, oh, okay. Like she just like thumbs upped it. And I sat with Chris and I'm like, you don't have feelings for this girl, right? And he's like, no, not like I used to. And I'm like, you got to leave her alone. Went on and on about how her reality is different than yours. You got to stay firm in your reality, blah, blah, all and all. Talking about it. I said, and I read him the text. And he's like, she's talking like we're still in a relationship. And I'm like, yes, they think you're still in the relationship. They think you want to get back with her. I told you this was the way it was going to be. And he understood it. And he fucking took the phone and he texted her and said, I don't think we're ready to be friends because you haven't accepted the breakup yet. It was so freaking amazing to see it. Like, and these are the miracles that we cannot take for granted every day, you know? And she said, whatever. But then her mother texted me back and she said, you know, she says she's really grateful that she stopped what was happening because she doesn't want Chris to hurt her anymore. And as soon as I said that to Chris, he's like, wait, like, I'm not hurting her. I'm like, you would have if you kept going back and forth to her house. And so we all agreed that it's better to take time off, no texting, and when they're ready to be friends, they can be friends because they will be great friends. And I hope that happens. But that was freaking difficult. It was not easy. But I stayed true to what I knew was right. And she's like, well, if I didn't take my husband back. And I'm like, this isn't a taken back situation. You know, you don't go back and forth. And that if that's true, the same thing with my mother. She went back and forth with her husband for a very long time, and I watched it. It was very painful, and it worked out for her. And I think that like made me think that was normal, and it fucked me up for my whole life. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. She's like, well, if you try to keep them apart, they're just going to try to get back together. And I'm like, you know, it's true that if I try to keep my son away from her, he might stop missing her and get confused and think he has feelings for her. I said, oh, well, that's the road I'm going to take. That's the road I want. I don't want the road where my son is going back to her, letting her think that we're going to get back together, you know? It was just a big experience, and probably nobody wants to hear about it, but I just really wanted to say how I knew it's that simple. Not easy, but it's simple. You find the truth, you know the truth, you ask Spirit for the truth, right? You stand firm in your truth, and you don't back down. And you do it in a way that's loving, like the Queen of Cups. And the consequences, whatever comes from however people react to that, not your business. Stand firm in the emotion of truth, right? And I do feel kind of like that's a little bit about this reading, right? So anyway, I hope that meant something to you, because it was pretty big. For some reason, it was really big, because I hope that she learned something that her mother wasn't teaching her. I hope that she remembers this the rest of her life. And I said to her mother, if there's one lesson that I wish somebody taught me when I was their age, it's that when you break up, you break up. Because guess what? I wouldn't be doing this with a rock star right now, would I? I wouldn't be spending the past 5 years with some guy who doesn't ever want to be my boyfriend. And it's okay, because I don't want to be his girlfriend either, but is that right? The lines are so blurred with me. You know? And I'm happy. I'm not miserable. I'm not unhappy. I know that I'm an adult. I'm choosing this situation. But would I choose it if I had more firm boundaries of when you go back, when you break up, and that's it. You know? That's a stupid miracle. It sounds stupid now that I say it out loud. But that is what I experienced yesterday, and I want to share with you. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you're having an awesome day and night wherever you are. And most of all, I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.